Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Bharat. In the previous lecture, we studied about doubly connected edge list, which represents a subdivision. In this lecture, we are going to study about an algorithm that will help us in overlay of two subdivisions. For example, the two subdivisions you have here are the dotted line and the solid line represent the two subdivisions. When you overlay one over the other, we obtain this subdivision with newly formed edges, vertices, and faces. We can reuse the half edge records corresponding to the edges that are not intersected by edges from the other map. For example, take this edge. This edge is not intersected by this subdivision, so we can use the same edge in our subdivision of our overlay also, in final subdivision also. This suggests the following approach. First, copy the doubly connected edge list of S1 and S2. This is S1 and this is S2 into a newly doubly connected edge list. Let us say it has D. This is the task of the overlay algorithm to transform the doubly connected edge list into a valid doubly connected edge list of overlay of S1 and S2. The plain sweep algorithm can compute the intersections, which was discussed in the previous lectures. Recall that the algorithm is supported by two data structures: an even queue, which stores the even points, and a status structure, which is a balanced binary search tree storing the segments intersecting the sweep line ordered from left to right. We keep a cross pointers between the edges of the status structure and the half edge records in D that correspond to them. In this way, we can access the part of D that needs to be changed when we encounter an intersection point. When we reach an even point, first of all, we should update the status structure and even queue. If the event involves any edges from one of the two subdivisions, nothing will be changed. As I explained before, if this event involves the edges of the S1 only, so we need not to change anything there. But suppose this event involves edges from S1 and S2, so there is a need of changing the records in our doubly connected edge list. So how to handle the intersection points? This figure describes a possible case, namely when an edge E of S1 passes through a vertex V of S2. So in our doubly connected edge list D, previously two half edges of E must become 4. So previously there are only two half edges here, now they must become 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So how to do that? Now we must set the next and previous pointers, and also we must set the next and previous pointers of this 4 half edges also. So we first deal with the situation around the endpoints, and then we will come to the vertex. So the next point are the two new half edges. So let me explain what are new half edges and the old half edges we have. So the geometric situation is here before intersection. This is the geometric situation after intersection. At intersection, we form two new half edges which has V as an origin. Those two half edges are this one and this one. And there are and the other two half edges are the old half edges which are shortened, which are shown here. They have V as a destination. So this and this are the old half edges, but they are shortened. So when it comes to intersection, we will first now go to the endpoints. The next point are the two new half edges. This and this should be linked to the next pointer next of the old half edges which are currently shortened. So the next pointer of this edge, which is the left half edge, is linked to the next pointer of this half edge, that is the half edge which has V as an origin and going upward. The next pointer of this half edge, which is to the half edge to the right, is linked to the half edge here, which has V has its origin and going downwards. And accordingly, we have to set the accordingly the half edge to which these pointers point must also update their previous pointer to this pointer. So the situation around the endpoints is completed. We have to go to the vertex here. So we have to change or set the next and previous pointers of edges e dash, e and e double dash, and also the other four edges of S2 which has V as an origin, that are this, and this. For example, consider an half edge of e dash which has V as its destination. This one. Consider this half edge which is to the right and bottom. This one. It must be linked to the first half edge seen clockwise from e dash with V as an origin. Seen clockwise and V as an origin. So this must be linked to this. Similarly, other half edge of e dash, that is this, with V as an origin, must be linked to the first counterclockwise half edge which has V as its destination. So this half edge, the darker one, should be linked to this because it's a first counterclock half edge with V as its destination. So now suppose consider this half edge, the darker one. The next pointer of this half edge is taken from its parent, this half edge, and this previous pointer is this which we just now said. Similarly, for this half edge, the next pointer is this half edge which is clockwise in direction, and the previous pointer is taken from its parent. The case is similar for e double prime also. So in this way we handle the intersection. The most of the steps here takes constant time. Just finding the double edge in cyclic order may take a linear time. Other cases also take big O of m, where m is the edges incident to a point, number of edges incident to a point. We do this as a part of line segment intersection algorithm, which was discussed already. Updating D does not take the running time of the line segment intersection algorithm asymptotically. That does not increase the line segment intersection algorithm asymptotically. So we may require changes to vertex and edge list in D. Now it's time to deal with the phase list. This will be discussed in the next video because it needs another good amount of time. And thank you. If you find my video informative, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and bye.